Hello guys and welcome to episode 25 of Plum's Quest for Plum Lab series. So in today's episode guys, what do we have planned? Well, I kind of want to get myself some immersive engineering stuff. Immersive engineering, it's a pretty cool mod that basically has a bunch of cool kind of steampunky kind of multi-block machines basically. So rather than having your ores processed in, for example, like the pulverizer, what we've been using, we could have it all of our ores processed in something like the crusher, for example, which is a huge multi-block. It's got a cool bunch of animations. You get, like really cool stuff basically, which I like. I think it looks really cool, and it's when it's not going to be part of the lab. I kind of want my own building for that. Since it's not going to be part of the lab, so it doesn't need to be inside the lab or anything. But it is going to have its own building, and I kind of want to get working on that building today. So one thing I'd like to get myself is something called a travel anchor. So a travel anchor is basically something you can use to sort of teleport around your world. So we can use some iron, some conduit binder, which I believe is pretty easy. You just need everything to make this. We do not have everything to make some conduit binder. Like the cheapest thing, that's the one thing we don't have anything to make. Obviously some sand, some clay and some gravel. That's probably easy enough to go and find down here actually. So we can obviously get some sand and stuff from down here. Is there going to be any gravel? That's what I kind of want to know though. Are you anything specific? Oh, you are. You're from Astral Sorcery. I don't know whether that was just like facts just detailing specific blocks, or whether that was actually part of an ore. So that's kind of cool, actually. I'm not really. Well, I say not really. I probably could do a delving a little bit into Astral Sorcery. It's not really a mod I've ever really played around with before. I know it is. You can do like some pretty cool stuff with it. But, like I said, it's not something I've particularly delved into much before. And also, this is Plum Labs, I think, so I'm tempted to kind of stay away from it on the basis that Plum Labs is meant to be like scientific and stuff. So I don't really want to delve too much into magic, although I could possibly have maybe like a dark magic room or something. I don't know. How do you guys like the sound of that? Post a comment down below if you get, how you guys feel about the whole concept of us introducing like a mod like Astral Sorcery or Thermcraft or something. Should we go with that? Or should we stick with... Oh, I know this one. This is from where the quarries happened, I believe, and it's gone obviously dug around there, and it's caused a lot of the sand to fall in the cave. Not, the worst thing in the world, but it's not great either, I suppose. We all have to fix that up at some point. I could probably do with harvesting the sugarcane, actually, while I'm out here. I always seem to forget to harvest it. I figured while I'm out here, I might as well. So do we see any clay around? Since clay is the name of the game here, this is the thing we're going to need a little bit of. And is that some clay over there? I believe that's some clay. It's a little bit underwater, so it's not, I'm going to have to mine it slowly underwater, so it's not the end of the world. But, hey-ho. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to mine this clay up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, clay mining done. So got a little bit of sand, a little bit of gravel and stuff, so I believe we have everything to make a travel anchor, actually. And if you guys haven't seen travel anchors before, they're pretty cool. They're basically an alternative to using RF tools teleporters for short-range stuff. So if let's see if I can make you now. Yes, I can. We can't make, an awful lot of this conduit binder, but I don't think we are going to need too much of it anyways. So let's go down to our very nice new basement. If I'm honest, guys, I'm really quite a big fan of our new basement, actually. I think it is really, really cool. The fact we've got all this, cool stuff happening. It's all decorated. We've got fans and stuff. Obviously, it is purely decorational, all the fans and stuff. But, hey, I think it's pretty cool, actually. I think I might turn my volume down just a little bit. So while that's happening, how to make a pulsating crystal? So it's a diamond surrounded by some pulsating iron nuggets. And I believe that is just some iron. That's what I was looking up earlier, and an ender pearl. And we have a fair few amount of these. Not like an awful lot. And you're the alloy smelter. I need the induction smelter, I believe. So if I get you, so with some Invar in there, that's pretty. It's not too bad. I think. Oh yeah, we're making that fused glass, weren't we? And that guy that took ages to do last episode, if I remember correctly. I believe it was last episode we were doing the alloy smelter stuff, and I remember it taking a huge amount of time to do. What are these? Oh, these are just Britannia stuff. Okay, so you are almost done. You're now at 100%, so I can now make you into a... I thought one thing, we're probably going to need a couple of these travel anchors, actually, and I've only made enough stuff for one. Derp. So I'm going to get myself another bit of iron, another ender pearl. Since, yeah, a couple of those is going to be preferable. And do we have enough stuff to now make a couple of travel anchors? So we can probably make one of you at least. We're going to need to wait for the rest of the stuff to smelt before we can make another one. And I think these guys are pretty cool. I think, unless the functionality's changed since when I last played with them, I think I last played with them in about 1.10, I believe. So it may have changed, but providing it's not changed, these guys should be a pretty cool way of us getting around our base. So if I... Oh, god damn it. Make another one of you. Can I now make another travel anchor? Oh yes. So providing, like I said, these guys haven't changed in functionality much, I believe these guys should be pretty cool to play around with. So if I stick one of them here, I believe I can sort of shift. Is there a way I can change you around a little bit? I don't believe we have a Yeta wrench yet. It's probably something we are going to actually have to go and craft ourselves. We need electrical steel. Do we have any electrical steel? Oh, one piece of electrical steel, sure. How do you make electrical steel? I don't believe it was that hard. So it was silicon and steel. Okay, we have one piece of silicon. And we have 3 pieces of steel. That is pretty convenient, actually. And I believe it was in here. And what was the other part of the... It was stone gear, wasn't it? So that is pretty easy to make. I just need to wait for you to finish. Okay, this guy is basically finished. There we go. So we now have a piece of electrical steel. How should we just make ourselves a Yeta wrench? Can we make a Yeta wrench yet? Can we? I'm sure we're electrical steel. How confusing. I was sure that it popped up saying we only needed one other piece. That's awfully confusing. So, well, it's not a problem. I'll just make some more. So I'll be right back, guys, once I've made some more. Okay, guys, this guy's now done. So, there we go. Yeta wrench. So hopefully this guy's going to allow me to interact with this guy. Are you going to let me interact with this guy? Why are you not working? Oh, here we go. So you don't even need a Yeta wrench at all. So I'll call this base. There's no one else on the actual game or anything, so it doesn't really matter. I think I might go for... Should I just go for the drill as the symbol for it? So you guys are going to see how this is going to work. From what I think it's pretty cool. And from the interface, I don't believe they've changed an awful lot. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a place, you know, that's relatively close to my base, where I can plonk down this sort of immersive engineering factory. And I'm thinking just... There's a little bit of flat ground up here, which I think might serve as an okay place. So if I just, for instance, plonk him down here, are you going to be in range, is what I want to know. So if I call this factory, I'm not going to worry about a symbol for now. Are you going to... There we go. Zoom. So I can now look at them, press the space button, and I can then zoom back and forth between my base and my factory. So if I go for... In fact, I'll make the drill my factory, actually, I've decided. I think this... at least temporarily, is going to be the laboratory block. And if I'm honest, guys, I think that is a pretty cool way of getting around. Would you guys agree? So, like I said, I can just permanently now go zoom and zoom. So back and forth between my base and that. I could also potentially have one in the basement, but I think the elevator, it serves its purpose for that. Now, one other thing that I would like to get myself is something called a Staff of Travelling. Now, a Staff of Travelling, it's pretty cool, actually, the Staff of Travelling. And it's basically, you need an ender crystal, which is, ooh, it's a little bit more expensive than what I was hoping for, actually. I don't believe we're necessarily going to be able to get one of these guys, since by the looks of things you need a soul binder, and it looks a little bit expensive, from what I can tell. I don't think a Staff of Travelling is going to be something we're going to be able to get anytime soon, since we don't have the necessary materials to get it. But... like, all it would basically do is allow us to, say we're out in the wilderness, for example, we could then just, you know, hit up this travel anchor if we was in range of it. Okay, guys, slept through the night, and something else you can probably tell is I'm also back wearing my Plum Lab attire. I think that's pretty cool, actually. I think we might as well, you know, we're doing the Plum Lab series, so we might as well wear that kind of stuff. So I think another mod that I might actually delve into is a mod called Meecreeps. I believe this mod is in the pack, isn't it? Yeah, so you can get something called a creep cube, which requires an ender chest. Can you just use a regular chest, actually, rather than using an ender chest? But it looks for any chest will do, and are you going to be able to be made? Okay, so all we need to make is a chest for this guy. And chest, obviously, you know, pretty simply, is one of these guys. And we should be able to get ourselves a creep cube. Now, a creep cube, guys, you're probably wondering, what the hell is a creep cube? Well, if you've watched Rick and Morty at all, you will know of this guy. He is Mr. Meecreeps, but in Minecraft, he is Mr. Meecreeps.
I'm Mr. Meecreeps, look at me!
So if I put this guy down, I would say flatten area. I'm going to need a 13 by 13 area flattened. And you can also put as many down as you want, and they will basically go around and flatten the area for me. So you can see they're taking out all of the grass and stuff. I'm probably going to reduce my volume down just a little bit, just so they're not overpoweringly loud. So they are... You didn't really do what I wanted you to do. I wanted them to get rid of the dirt, if I'm honest.
I'm Mr. Meecreeps.
Are you gonna work? So dig straight down to bedrock, dig straight down to bedrock using the stairs, just idle a bit. Flatten an area, I'd say, what about 9 by 9? There we go. So, I'm not quite sure what his beef was, but I just want him to basically go around and flatten the area for us. So, rather than using something like a builder or something to do this, we can get Mr. Meecreeps to go and do the same thing. So, if I stick this guy down here, flatten area, and I tell him a 13 by 13, for some reason, he's only doing the grass and he's only working on that level. I'm not quite sure what his beef is.
I'm Mr. Meecreeps, look at me!
How about 11 by 11? Yep, you appear to be okay with 11 by 11s. That's not the end of the world. What if I give you a friend? Are you going to work?
I'm Mr. Meecreeps, look at me!
Flatten area, 13 by 13. Yep, so I think it's just the fact that I was placing it next to the tall blocks that was probably causing him some issues. Not quite sure if that was the case, but I believe that could have been the case. And as you can tell, guys, I love the Meecreeps mod. We've also got ourselves an ender lily, which is kind of cool. We can grow some more ender pearls. And as you can see, guys, this area is now pretty much flattened out. I mean, we've got a little bit of a basis for a factory. I might plonk this guy down here, tell him to flatten the area 9 by 9, please. And plonk him down again here. Say flatten area 30 by 13. And I believe this should be the area flattened out. I might try and get him to try and get rid of some grass as well. So I'll say 9 by 9. Oh, why did you wouldn't... Did I click the wrong thing? I believe I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. For some reason he's not recognising the grass. So I think I'm not entirely sure how the mod works entirely. I've just got a bit of a general understanding of how the mod works. So I might plonk you out and this guy down here and say 9 by 9, please. And there we go, guys. He's going to clear out a 9 by 9 area. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is get this area just a little bit more prepped up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I've just gone back to my base. I'm just going to make myself a few chisels. So I'm not sure exactly how many I'm going to need, but I have a general idea. So I think what I'm going to do is get myself some cobblestone. And don't worry, guys, I'm not going to build the entire factory out of cobblestone. Do not worry. I think what I'm going to do is at least create the floor out of some like cobblestone bricks. I think, does that sound like a bad plan, guys? I do not think that sounds like too bad of a plan. So what I'm going to do is get most of these chisels out of my inventory. I'll keep that one there and then that there. I think what I'm going to do is, what I might do is actually allow the Meecreeps to dig a little bit further down so I can sort of excavate the floor out just a little bit. So if I dig out a little bit of an area, are these Meecreeps going to dig out an area and flatten this area out for me?
I'm Mr. Meecreeps.
Are you going to flatten that area out? Yes, there we go. So this is going to be the basic level of my flooring. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to possibly build this area a little bit with some cobblestone. Although what I might do is actually find a flooring block I like first. So I've got plenty of chisels, so there's not, too much to worry about. So I'm kind of thinking for the factory floor. If I'm not entirely sure. I think what I might do is go and check out a few blocks and see what I make of them. Do you seem like a good factory floor? No, I'm not a big fan of that for a factory floor, actually. Let's see what kind of things we can find in the cobblestone area. So I don't want anything, overly detailed. How do the cobblestone bricks look for a floor? Those look kind of cool, actually. I think these, I'm surprised they have fax textures, actually. I think they're going to make a great flooring, actually, for my factory. So, I'm actually going to use those. So, I'm going to plonk my Meecreeps guy down again.
Hi, I'm Mr. Meecreeps.
In fact, I think you are going to complain if I put you
Ew,
there.
I'm Mr. Meecreeps.
So flatten area, 13 by 13. I might plonk him down here as well and say 9 by 9,
Ew, I'm Mr. Meecreeps.
9 by 9. So I don't want a massive area, I just want an area where I can, you know, plonk some flooring and stuff down. Okay, so if I put the rest of the cobblestone here, and it was the cobblestone bricks, well, we've broken our chisel. See, I'm almost tempted to say to do the rest by hand, but I think Meecreeps are way too fun. That's the wrong place. Flatten area, 9 by 9, please. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and fill in the flooring with this nice cobblestone bricks, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I think I've got a pretty nice footprint for the immersive engineering factory. I think that's going to be big enough. Like I said, I'm not going to, you know, necessarily want masses in here. I'm probably just going to have like some ore processing and, you know, just kind of the industrial things I think I'm going to have in here. You know, so nothing, you know, like anything that I'd consider more industrial rather than laboratory-like, basically. Because I think all the stuff like, you know, my oil processing, I don't think that, you know, it's something that I, you know, generally kind of need, but it's not something that I'm, you know, itching to have in my lab sort of thing. So I'd rather sort of keep away from the lab to give the lab that sort of futuristic feeling, but, you know, I need, you know, some kind of area, you know, to process my oils and stuff rather than just being in the basement. So I think I'm gonna go sleep through the night, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, slept through the night, and I think what I'm going to need is some more cobblestone. Yeah, cobblestone is definitely going to be something we're going to need a little bit more of. I'm not sure I'm going to need as much as I grabbed, but we'll see. I'm not sure what the walls are going to be made out of yet. Probably not cobblestone, as I don't want, you know, the entire thing to just be a big grey thing. I just like these cobblestone bricks, you know, because the actual cobblestone is actually textured. I thought it, you know, makes for a kind of nice, you know, neat factory floor that, you know, isn't overly in your face or anything like that. So I think it looks kind of cool. I might even use factory blocks actually for the walling. Actually, I'm not sure if that'll be a little bit too expensive, but you know, we'll just have to see how it goes, since I'm not sure how easily bricks are going to be to get hold of, especially if we're doing the entire thing out of brick. Seems like it might be a little bit of a pain. And we've run out of cobblestone again. So maybe it wasn't, I didn't grab a surplus of cobblestone. Maybe this was just about the right amount. So let's see. I believe that's... we're not going to need any more stacks of this cobblestone bricks. You know, guys, I think that looks kind of cool as sort of a base foundation layer for our factory, actually. What I might do is quickly plonk the Meecreeps guy down and flatten this area down, just to get rid of this sort of grass mound that's sort of at the side of the factory. Because I'm not a huge fan of it. I believe Mr. Meecreeps will do a very nice job of flattening that area out. So, what I'm going to do is go and see how much clay I have. I don't believe I have much. I don't believe there's necessarily a really quick and easy way to get it. The one thing I've forgotten, actually, is my travel anchor. Which, if this is going to be the flooring, I'm going to have him be in the very corner here. So if I stick you down here, you should still be configured, and it should now save me having to stop running back and forth to my base, actually. Which is kind of cool, actually, now I think about it. So let's stick you guys in here. And how easily is clay to get hold of? Is there any sort of easy crafting recipe for clay? So you can make it out of slag from immersive engineering. I don't believe there's any really easy way to get slag other than it's just a byproduct from doing like ore processes and stuff. You can make it by getting clay ore, which isn't something we're really going to be able to get mass of. You can pulverize terracotta, which, if it was near a mesa biome, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea, but unfortunately we're not. You can get it from bees. Glash is telling us how to find it in the overworld and world gen. You can get it from an alchemy table, which we don't have because we're not doing blood magic. You can make it from sludge, actually. Can you make it from... So from a sludge refiner you can get quite a bit, and I believe we are making quite a bit of sludge. So you know what, the sludge method might not be the worst idea, actually, if you want to get ourselves some bricks. On the other hand, factory blocks, we could potentially use factory blocks to make the walling, actually, and I'm not too opposed to that. I think it might actually be kind of cool to have, you know, a bit of a factory made out of factory blocks. I just need to find some sort of factory block that I kind of like. On the other hand, I could also look for bricks and see if there's any other alternatives to those sort of bricks to see if I, you know, see if I can go without having to make these kind of bricks. And so yeah, there's not really any other way to make them other than using the bricks. Obviously they need clay, and clay is not something we're going to be able to make tons and tons of. We could potentially make the stone bricks. Now, what are these bricks down here? These bricks are kind of cool. These are just the chiseled bricks. You can then get the blocks of charcoal, the cobblestone bricks. Actually, I don't want to necessarily go for like permanent, just like the permanent cobblestone look kind of thing. So I'm hoping that we might be able to find some kind of alternatives that aren't, just permanently grey. If we get there, they're just prismarine bricks. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is have a bit of a look around and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've just slept through the night again. I think this time I've come up with a block that I kind of like, actually. I think I've probably spent about the last 10 minutes going through, a bunch of blocks that I think are kind of cool. And if I'm honest, I think I'm just going to go for not quite the basic factory block. This is the basic one. I'm going to go for the one that multi-blocks kind of nicely, which is the second factory block along. It's the rusty plate one. And, whoa, we just broke our chisel. And because if I'm honest, I don't know, I think I kind of dig it in a weird kind of way. I think it's one of those blocks which obviously isn't designed to look perfect or anything, but I think it's one of those blocks where I think it kind of just gives it that kind of factory feel without us having to fork out a load of stuff on getting a bunch of clay for bricks and stuff. And I think, I think it looks kind of cool. I think I'll probably will eventually grow to like it kind of a bit. One thing I could probably do with making myself actually is a builder's wand. This is probably going to be quite a bit of a pain to do. So we need magical wood, which is dark oak bookshelves, and how do you get these guys? Dark oak bookshelves. Do they literally just require? So they require dark oak stairs. Do we have any dark oak? I don't believe we even have any dark oak wood actually. I don't believe we have any dark oak wood trees anywhere either. Is that dark oak over there? Can't quite tell if that's dark oak. Or whether that's just... No, I think that's just regular oak. So, if we haven't got any dark oak, I don't believe we are going to be able to make ourselves a builder's wand. Do we have any... So if I look at... Yeah, we don't have any dark oak. But what other types of wands can we make so we can make ourselves... So that's the basic builder's wand which we're going to make. Is there a builder's wand for moving wand, acceleration, protection wand? Is there any other kind of builder's wand from any other mod? I don't believe there is. I believe there's only the extra utilities ones, which, yeah, they're kind of cool. But I think for what we're going to have to do, we're probably just going to end up having to build this manually, which, I haven't got a major problem with. I would have liked to build this wand if possible, as it, does make your life quite a bit easier when you're building. So if I make all of you guys into these rusted plates, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the walls a little bit, and I'll be right back. So guys, if I'm honest, I've just come back from finishing the walls of the factory. So I believe what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and put all my stuff in the refined storage system. As you can see, guys, we have walls. So the factory is at the point where I can kind of make it, start making it functional, which I think we are going to have to do next episode. We're basically at the wrapping up point for this episode. So I think we've done a pretty decent amount of progress. We've got ourselves the dimensional anchors and stuff, which now allow us to travel. I believe that's what they're called. I want to say no. Are they called? No, they're called travel anchors. That's it. So we've got the travel anchors. We've got this really amazing factory now. We've got a really high ceiling. We haven't got a roof yet. A roof, I think, is gonna come in a few episodes' time. I want to get it functional first before I start, delving in and making it all, look fancy and stuff. We've got the basic foundation for the building, and which is kind of what I wanted. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video anyways. Goodbye from Plum.